Record is pushed.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Angie. A little bit of background is my gosh, I don't even know where to start now. So I've been cleaning houses for a total of 5 years. I also worked within the hotels and stuff like that for a year or so afterwards. Again, I apologize for the background noise. My daughter did not really want to go to sleep tonight. So I also have lupus, and a lot of my clients had been asking to use a more natural product. Some of them are okay with method products and mayors and stuff like that. Some of them actually kind of wanted other products on their own. So I actually started researching on how to do my own products on my own. I have a few recipes that I like to use. A few of my favorites, one of my most favorite is the drain cleaner. So the drain cleaners are just basically baking soda, vinegar, and oils. So I like to use the lemon oils, especially within the drains. They start off to where you can't really smell them, and once you actually start going into it, you can tell a huge difference. I used to have really long hair up to about a month ago. My hair was down to my backside, and my drains would get clogged and stink. I'd have to clean them out, but once I actually was able to clean them, they worked a whole lot better. So I went ahead and started adding stuff to my drain. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. So I've got my vinegar, my nifty bag of baking soda. I've got a 13.5-pound bag. You can get that at Costco or Sam's Club. You can also pick up like an 11-pound bag at like Walmart, mostly Walmart. I haven't really seen them any other place other than Walmart. I think the biggest you can get at like King Soopers is like a 5-pound. So I usually do a cup to 2 cups, and it's up to you guys depending on how clogged your drains are and what you guys are needing it for. And like I said, you can't use too much. You can't use too little. My daughter's right beside me, so sorry guys. When you stick the baking soda in, I'm going to try and flip this for you guys. When you put the baking soda in, it's going to kind of look like that. You're going to put about 5 to 10 drops in the actual baking soda.
And which oil are you using? Lemon? Okay.
Right now, yeah, I'm using lemon, and lemon is mainly because it cleans, it disinfects, anything like that. So I do use lemon a lot more than anything else within there. So then I grab about 2 cups of the vinegar. Hi, sweetheart. And then you will actually see that start to chemically react.
Oh, wow.
Is that cool, baby?
Can we do that for our digestive system too?
Yes. So you can actually, for the toilet, it'd probably be just a little bit hard, but for tubs, for sinks, anything like that, the main thing is if you do have hair in your tub, you want to try and get the base of that out, because I personally wouldn't want to try and push that through. I'd be worried about having to work a snake. So, women, we have hair clumps that get stuck in the base part of the drain. It's super easy just to pull those out, but it stinks. It doesn't smell good when you do it. And I can actually try, and if you guys want that at another time, I can try and get that done for you guys too, and show you how to clean out the drains. Say hi, Mia. So after,
yeah, it's good. It's good to have the recipe. So this is great to see how you put it all together.
So, like I said, it's anywhere from like a cup to 2 cups of baking soda. In the tub, you've got a smaller spigot, of course. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to kind of pack it in there and kind of move it around. And that's perfectly okay. Once you get that vinegar in there, it is going to bubble, and it's going to it's going to keep moving it along. The other thing that you're going to want to do is kind of let it do its thing. I'm going to actually add a little bit more vinegar because there's still quite a bit of baking soda in the drain that I can see. And the other thing is that with your garbage disposal, you can actually add ice to it to help clean the actual spigots. It's going to be really loud, so I'm not going to do that right here for you guys. So you let that sit for probably about 2-3 minutes, and you're going to just kind of run the water down. You're going to run hot water through this. Hot, baby. Yeah. So you'll run the hot water, and once you run the hot water, that's when you're going to really start to smell the lemon, because you're moving that baking soda around, and it really will last quite a while.
Okay.
But the baking soda within itself will deodorize. So it's super simple, super easy. It doesn't take that long at all. Just remember about a minute or two of hot water prior to sticking the baking soda down so that that baking soda can stick. And then you run that vinegar down, and when it bubbles up, that's when it's going to start pushing those clogs through. I'm going to go ahead and move forward. And I'm going to go to the glass cleaner. Now, typically, they have a couple of base recipes. Some of them actually even have, what is it? No, it's not baking soda, it's not baking powder, but it's another substance that I'm not drawing a blank on right now, and I'll let you know. It's like a thickening substance.
Oh, like starch, cornstarch?
Cornstarch, thank you. I apologize. I was completely slipped my mind. So yes. Can you guys hear me okay? There was an odd echo. Okay. So that's not the one that I'm going to use. I haven't tried that one yet, and I just kind of slipped upon that one. What I'm going to be using today is going to be a mixture of water, vinegar, and hydrogen peroxide.
Okay.
So, and then that within this, you can basically use whatever type of oil you want. I like to use, for windows, I like to use eucalyptus or melaleuca. I also like to use peppermint. I don't usually use all of those together, but it's just something that I use it on my back windows. I have 3 dogs. I have 2 kids. There's always handprints, everything, nose prints constantly on the windows and the sliding glass door. So I usually add in the hydrogen peroxide and the vinegar first. So the hydrogen peroxide, you're going to do about a tablespoon, and it all kind of depends on what kind of bottle you're using. So if you're going to use a bottle about that size, you're going to use typically about 2 tablespoons. For a bottle this size, you'll use about a tablespoon of peroxide. Vinegar is usually typically about a 1/4 cup of the vinegar, and then the rest of it's just water and oil. So go ahead and get that started for you guys. I have a funnel, don't know where it went, so I am using something a little bit off today. And you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect measurements either. I mean, some people like a little bit more peroxide, some people like a little bit more vinegar. I try and keep my house from smelling a lot like vinegar because my kids hate the smell of it. So I typically try and keep low amounts of vinegar, as low as I possibly can when doing stuff like this. So I'm going to add the oils in with this stuff first so that it can, and right now I'm going to use the eucalyptus and peppermint. And typically use about 3 drops of the eucalyptus, 3 or 4. That was a little bit more. And then I use less peppermint because it's such a potent oil. So use 2 or 3 drops.
Oh, so you use both, two different oils. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of split it in. I mean, typically in a bottle this large, you want to use anywhere between 10 to 15 drops. I feel like it's kind of depending on the oil. I think eucalyptus and peppermint, they're both pretty strong oils. So I've just I try and offset that a little bit. And then I just use the filtered water from the fridge. You guys are going to see in my fridge, I apologize. I do have a glass jar, but that's just what I use for stuff like this to mix it in. And then I'll try and give you guys a demo since my back windows are looking pretty nasty from the dogs. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see how bad they are, but we can try.
Oh yeah, you can see some marks.
A lot of it is also on the outside of the window too.
Yeah.
But it cleans up pretty smooth. It doesn't leave a whole lot of streaks by any means.
I can see your reflection.
You want outside? There you go. The other thing that is actually very useful with this stuff is on stainless steel. It doesn't streak as bad.
Okay.
Alcohol, if you're gonna do this, I would do because you can also use alcohol in the base. Some people, I would rather alcohol. It's just really hard to find right now.
Yeah. Would you use it?
I'm having a hard.
Would you use it in addition to the vinegar or instead of, right?
I would actually use it instead of the peroxide.
Instead of the peroxide.
So yeah, you'd want to keep the vinegar. So you'd want to keep the 1/4 cup of vinegar, and then you'd switch the alcohol out for the peroxide.
Okay.
So there's that too. But as far as stainless steel, it won't streak the stainless steel as much as the peroxide would. And it's still safe to use on stainless steel. So super easy base window cleaner. Now the one that I absolutely love, unfortunately, with a small dog comes dog urine on the carpet. What I have noticed is vinegar and water can make a great shampoo mixture instead of going to the store and buying it. What you would do with this one is get a jug. Oh, did I lose you guys? You all there? You're going to want to get a jug about this size of the vinegar. So this is a large jug. They cost maybe like $5 to $8 depending on where you live. And then you are going to do, it's a super easy ratio. It's a 1 cup to 1 cup ratio. So you're going to get another jug that is empty, and you're going to fill that jug up with 1-to-1 ratio. So half vinegar, half water. Within that, if you guys don't want to smell the vinegar, it's inevitable that your house is going to smell a touch like vinegar. However, I promise it dissipates very, very easily. Once that carpet dries, it will dissipate. And I use the allergen mix within that. So I use the lavender, lemon, and then the peppermint. And I usually use about 15 drops of each, depending on the container that I'm using. So I actually make a big container of it and use it just like you would in any kind of shampooer. You're going to add the mixture and then add your water to it. So it's just a base mixture. Within that mixture, you're also going to add a cup of peroxide. And I know a lot of people get nervous about that because they're afraid that it's going to stain their carpet, bleach their carpet. It does not. What it will do is if you have a high traffic area, it's going to lighten that area, and it's going to lighten it within the color range of the carpet. So you're not doing a ton of it. So once you get the container like this filled with your oil, your water, and your vinegar, you're going to add just that 1 cup of peroxide to it.
Okay.
And then it should last throughout however long you're doing. If you run out, you just redo the mixture.
Awesome. I'm going to put us back to gallery view. Who has questions for Angie? This is great, great information. No questions. You can just unmute when you're ready to ask, or not. Anything else? Okay, go ahead, Monica.
Angie, how much peroxide do you add to that carpet cleaning?
You want to add you want to add a cup to the container that you're using. So I usually use, because I have it on hand, is about a gallon container, and it's an apple juice container. So if you're doing about a gallon of the the 1-to-1 ratio, you're going to use a cup, just 1 cup to the full mixture.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Thank you for asking, because I want to make sure that I'm very clear on that, because you don't want to put too much peroxide because it can bleach, but if you just do that 1 cup, it will not.
Okay.
Anything else? Questions, comments? Give her a thumbs up. This was great, great information. Awesome. Okay, thanks,
Right,
Angie.
thank you so much.
We're going to move into.
No problem.
I'll just move into some announcements, and then we can wrap up. If you have anything else that you want to share, put that in the chat so I can see, or raise your hand or something. Go hello. All right. So I don't know if any of you have placed your orders yet, but this came today. Citrus Bloom. This lotion is, I don't know what they've done to it, but they've improved it. You know, the lotion that we had, that we used to, that we can add our own oils to, is sometimes kind of thin. It's not a real rich lotion, but this is really rich. Yeah, that one, the one that Susan's holding up, it's kind of, I don't know, it's thinner. But this is amazing. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm going to be using it at night. What else was I going to say? Let me go back to my notes here. Oh, who likes the 7:30 time for this class? Okay. Yeah, I know we've got more, probably twice as many people as last time, so I figured that would be the case. Yeah, people are liking the Citrus Bloom. Good, good, good. Okay, Friday, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, we have our first LRP Club drawing of the month. So get your, if you haven't already, get your 125 LRP in before then, and we'll get you in the drawing. Just got a notice today on email for convention this year, and it's called Pursue 2020, and it's happening in September. And this is different this year because absolutely everybody can go because it's going to be virtual. Some of us here, I know Kristen, probably Susan, had already purchased tickets thinking it was going to be live. And what they're going to do is they're going to convert those live tickets to the virtual ones, and they're going to send you swag, which typically is a backpack. I don't know what they had planned this year. So make sure you get into that email and make sure your shipping address is updated so they can ship that to you. Or you can opt out of the swag if you choose. I don't know why you do that, but who knows. I'm going to take everybody here and put you in a drawing and ship out a few thank yous and gifties for being here. So that'll be fun. And then our next meeting will be the first Wednesday of July. I still am thinking that if we have the opportunity to get back together again, I would like to have the gal from the, what is that thing called? Days for Girls that we had talked about. It's just going to be it's such a good cause, and it would be nice to know the history of that. Maybe make some things for some underprivileged girls in the world. That's all I've got. So, anything else have anything going on? Susan, do you have any announcements?
Yes. Check the chat. It's in the chat, Carrie.
Hey,
Oh yeah, free Immortel. Now that's a 200 PV purchase, and then the free you get the free Immortel. If you haven't used Immortel yet, it's the skin one. It's got all the skin oils from Susan's very favorite helichrysum to lavender to frankincense, and I think it might
How
even.
many people have Immortel? Anyone have it? Yes. So I love it because you just roll it on. It really helps with like your mood, and it helps relieve even tension. But I have a lot of like my mom and her friend. It gets rid of like those dark spots, skin cancer, wrinkles.
Yeah, the wrinkles.
It's a great one, and it's a $69 oil, so it's awesome. It's free. Then that new free LRP oil. You want to talk about that, Carrie? Naoli?
I don't know much about Nioli. Does anybody here know?
Well,
Kristen?
it kind of mirrors tea tree or melaleuca. And
Okay.
it's at Madagascar, Australia, but it's a really good one to have because it's going to be, kind of like tea tree, but kind of on steroids because it really helps with respiratory. It helps reduce fevers. It's really good. Anything hair, skin, or nails also. Oh gosh, I'm kind of drawing a blank, but it's a good one. I put it in my email. There's a lot of benefits. It's a good respiratory one too.
I like that we can get these oils that they only get in Australia. Usually they only get them in the Australia market.
Yeah, so we can't even like buy it.
Uh-uh.
So if you can, get your order in before the 15th and grab that one free also. Yeah.
Thanks. Kristen, did you have something?
I was watching somebody else's video today about the Immortel. It's also good for your eyesight, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what it does, but you can rub it across your forehead and around your eyes, and it's supposed to improve your eyesight. Surprise.
All right. Well, I'm getting that then. I can't do anything without these anymore.
And the Beautiful is also 15% off this month.
Oh, yeah. So, and Kristen was telling me this earlier today, but that Beautiful, yeah, hold it up again. This Beautiful, it's for one thing, it smells absolutely fabulous. The Beautiful blend is amazing. But people are using that for after sun care and some sunscreen. We don't have sunscreen. I don't know that doTERRA will ever actually make it, but this is something to help with the sun for sure.
There's some really easy DIY sunscreens. You can use like carrot seed oil with helichrysum, of course, or you can just do lavender, but I put some in my email this month, just quick, easy ones, where you can make your own sunscreen with the oils.
I've made some with zinc before.
Yeah.
Zinc and helichrysum and some others.
They put it in there. I think I can't remember. We're gonna make them like on the 13th, some things like that for the summer.
Cool. Anything else? All right. Well, by show of hands, who's sort of gotten used to this new routine we have going? Couple. Carol, sort of. Yeah.
We had a hard time logging in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm impressed. This is
trying it.
I know everybody's doing great.
I think I have to make sure that I
log in at least 5 minutes before because I also had problems and then I was like 4 minutes late.
Yeah, that could be. I tried to make it so everybody could get on whether I was here or not. And I think that helps because then you can just kind of get on and know that you're in rather than wondering, is this going to work when I really need it to or not?
Yeah, I think there's just been so many changes with passwords and how to log in and so many different ways to log in. I think that becomes a little difficult, but at the end of the day, we all got on, so that's good.
Yeah. On the oil for that Facebook page, I will try to keep that first. I tried to figure out how I could pin the post at the top of the page, but Facebook has changed things again. And so I made it an announcement figuring it would come up on your feed a little bit easier, but go to an oil for that to get, in addition to the email, if you're on Facebook at all, that we'll try to keep it there. Because and from my experience with this password thing, the Zoom password should be the same all the time. So you might even just put it in your calendar on the first Wednesday of the month, the Facebook link with the password in it, and you should be able to just go from your calendar straight in. But thank you all for going through whatever means necessary to get here, because I appreciate it. And with that, thank you so much, Angie. Really, really appreciate your input there. I've had people asking about cleaning with oils for a long time, and I only know the existing On Guard cleaner concentrate, which is what I use all the time. But I don't think it would be strong enough for things like that drain cleaner. That looked amazing, and I have some drains that could use that, so I'm going to do that for sure.
Yeah, it works amazing. There's always tips and tricks, so if anyone ever has any questions, they can always contact me.
Great.
And thank you guys for having me today.
Thank you, Angie. You're awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Carrie.
everyone.
Good to see
Take
you.
care.
Everybody.
Happy June.
Happy June.
Bye.
It'll be better than May.
Okay. Bye, guys.